Hi and welcome back to my channel. So for today's look I have this glowy look going on, and I actually used so many Charlotte Tilbury products. The only thing that I did not use from Charlotte Tilbury is the brows and the lipstick. Everything else, and the mascara. Everything else is just Charlotte Tilbury. I think she really nailed it with her Christmas holiday collection this year. So I got her Instant Look in a palette, which was really nice, blended out so nicely, and it looks like this, and the packaging is amazing. So in this you get 3 eyeshadows, 1 highlighter, 1 bronzer, and 2 blushes. And I've had one of these before and I really enjoyed it. I almost hit pan on the bronzer, so I could really recommend these palettes. So these are really good to use on your travels because you have everything in one. So I usually just bring this one. I can show you in the video I will show you comparisons to my old one, which I really enjoy. Then I also got her luxury palette of pops in the shade Celestial Eyes. And this palette contains only 4 pop shades, which means usually when you get her quads you get like 3 regular shades and then you get a pop shade, which is supposed to be like a topper, and it has really nice reflective glittery particles in it. And this one is with just pop shades, so just toppers. So if you want to see me use this in a different video, I didn't have time to use it today because I really liked the way the look by itself, so I didn't want to mess it up. And then I also got her limited edition Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is the famous one with the sculpt powder and then the highlighter. And in this limited edition set you get like rhinestones all over it. I think it's supposed to be Swarovski, how you pronounce that. And you also get a small mini powder and sculpt brush. This is super popular, the larger one that she has, and this is actually really good quality for being in this set. It's super soft and I contoured with that today and it really did the job, so I really recommend this set. And the last thing that I picked up from her collection is the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette, and it's super nice. It has this navy gorgeous slim packaging, and you get, let me see here, you get 12 eyeshadows. So you get them in sections. You do get like this plastic thing that comes on top that says like prime, enhance, and smoke. You know, Charlotte Tilbury likes to use 1 eyeshadow to prime the whole lid, and then she has an enhanced shade which she uses in the crease, and then a smoke shade to intensify the outer corners. This palette is amazing. I'm so glad that I got it. So it's divided in sections. So you have the Happy Glow, Love Glow, Dream Glow, and Seduce Glow. There are only 3 mattes in the palette, so have that in mind. If you are a matte girl, you're not going to get a lot of matte shades in this one. If you know Charlotte Tilbury's makeup, then you know that she likes to use a lot of shimmer on the eyes because it gives you that nice and youthful all over glow to your eye. I really enjoy it, but I know that some people don't, so just have that in mind that you just get 3 matte shades in this palette. So I used the brown shade from the Happy Glow, and then I used all of the eyeshadows from the Dream Glow section, which are the green tones. This section is amazing. In this video I also try out her new airbrushed flawless foundation in the number 6 warm, and also the Magic Away liquid concealer. And then I also bought another palette that is not from her Christmas collection, which is the Dreamgasm eyeshadow palette. I have this one also in Pillow Talk. What I really enjoy with these small palettes is that you only like need 4 eyeshadows to create like a really nice look. So you can use this to create a daytime look just using the 3 colors here, and then you can just add the pop shade if you're going out at night and want to just transform your eye look to a more potty look or evening look. So, and they're really small and easy to travel with, so I really like these ones. So I'm gonna stop rambling now and let's move on to creating this look. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start off by applying my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream, which is a really good prep moisturizer for your foundation, so it preps your skin. And then I'm just going to prep my under eyes with the Smashbox Under Eye Primer. And this helps so that the concealer doesn't crease, and especially if you're dry under your eyes. So this is a great under eye primer. So I'm going to try out the new Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury, which is supposed to be a lightweight full coverage foundation that stays on all day, all night. And then I'm just going to use my IT Cosmetics brush to blend this in. And I have some rosacea pimples here, and we shall see if this covers it up. But I think it's a perfect color match, I have to say. And then I also got the Magic Away Liquid Concealer, full coverage, long lasting, anti-dark circle correcting concealer in the shade 6 as well, in medium. Well, moving on to bronzer and all of the other complexion things, I got this Instant Look in a Palette Gorgeous Glowing Beauty 5-minute Face on the Go palette. And I actually have one of her previous Instant Look in a palette, which I really loved, and it's the Instant Look in a Palette Beauty Glow, which was a really warm and nice palette. I have done a video using this, so if you have this, you can I will link the video down below in the description box, so you can go and check that video out. And this I really enjoyed. I've used a lot of this one. I will zoom you in so you can see I've almost hit pan on the bronzer and the blushes. So that's why I picked up the one she released in her holiday collection. And the packaging is super beautiful. And the colors are a little bit different, but I really enjoyed the last one, so I hope I enjoyed this one just as much. This is more on the plummy shades, and the blushes are lighter in this one than in the other one. I can show you comparisons. And then I also got her limited edition Film Star Bronze and Glow, the one that has the sculpting powder and the highlighter. And this is from her Christmas collection, so it has Swarovski rhinestones, whatever you want to call it. It has rhinestones all over it. It's a limited edition packaging. And then you also got her famous bronzer or sculpting brush in a mini version in the same packaging. So, and usually these small brushes that you get in sets are not as good, but this one is really soft, so I really recommend picking this up. But before we move on to all of the new face products that I got, I'm just gonna set my face with my favorite product from Charlotte Tilbury, which is our Airbrushed Flawless Finish micro powder, and I use the shade 2 medium, and I've actually hit pan on this one, but I got an extra, so I'm just gonna use this up. And I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to set the whole face with this. And now I'm going to try out this brush and the Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. So because usually these brushes are very stiff when you get them in the beginning, I'm just going to soften it up a little bit on my hand so it's not so stiff. Let's try this out. And then I'm going to move on to the Instant Look in a palette, and I'm going to use the bronzer to warm up my face. And I'm just going to use a Real Techniques brush for that. I really like this bronzer. It's a little bit more warmer than the other one in my previous palette that I had. but I like this one as well. So one shade is called a Cheek Swish shade and the other one is a Cheek Pop shade. I'm going to start off by applying the Swish shade, which actually has a lot of glow to it. I would say that this is more like a dark highlighter. And then I'm going to take the Pop shade. So I really like the blush, it gives you that glow. So if you're into glowy blushes, you should mix the Swish and Pop. If you just want a matte blush, then you should just skip to the Pop shade. So I'm just going to prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Prime Potion in Original. And this is just going to make sure that my eyeshadow stays put. Oh, by the way, I did my brows off camera to save some time. So this palette has 4 sections. So you have Happy Glow, Love Glow, Dream Glow, and Seduce Glow. And Charlotte is known for that very nice sultry eyes, but it's all shimmer usually. So she only has 3 matte colors in this palette, so keep that in mind. So it's a warm brown, a reddish plummy shade, and also a black. So I'm going to do the Dream Glow today, which has more green shades, but there are no matte shades here, so I'm going to use a little bit of the Happy Glow, the brown shade, as my transition. And apply this to my crease. And the eyeshadows are super pigmented, so it's actually darker than I expected it to be, but I really like it. So, and I'm just gonna blend this into the crease. So now that I have that shade laid down, I'm gonna take a little bit of these. I'm gonna take a little bit of the prime shade from the Dream Glow, so this shimmery champagne, with the same fluffy brush, because usually she uses this one as an all-over color first. And I'm gonna just apply this to the inner part of my eye. And then I'm gonna take another more packing flatter brush, and I'm gonna use the middle shade, and it's a smoky green gray shade. And I'm just gonna apply this all over my lid, or from the center to the outer corner. I'm just gonna stop and leave this space without that shade. And I'm leaving this part without the plum. And then I'm just gonna blend out with that blending brush. And I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that brown shade and just intensify the crease. Then I'm gonna apply the green shade, and I'm gonna use the other side of the same flat brush, and I'm going to apply it to the outer corners. And also a little bit into the crease. And then I'm just gonna blend that with the shade I applied the brown. I'm just gonna do the same on the other eye. And also blending that out. Taking a little bit more of that brown shade for the edges to blend. And then I'm taking my all over it brush, and I'm just making sure I don't have any dark patches underneath. And then I'm just going to take the brown shade from Happy Glow and apply it to my lower lash line. So for my lower lash line, I'm using a smoky shader smudger brush by Urban Decay. And then I'm going to pick up with this flat shader brush that I used, the green shade, and just apply a little bit of that green shade on the outer corners. And then I'm going to just use a angled brush and use the black shade in the palette to tightline my upper lash line. Just to tightline. And now I'm just going to clean up around my eyes with my beauty blender. And also whatever it's left on my concealer brush, I'm just going to sharpen the outer corners and make it more dragged out. And then I'm going to use a little bit of her powder that I use for my face with a blending brush, and I'm just going to clean a little bit around the edges so it's a soft and non-patchy blend. This is a really good trick if you want to clean up your edges. So I put mascara off camera and I applied my favorite lashes by Swede, and it's a collaboration they did with by Terry, and the lashes are called Tête à Tête. Why I like them so much is because they're a little bit longer than a half lash, but you can tell because sometimes you can tell when you have a whole strip that you have false lashes in the inner corner of your eyes. But with these ones, they look super natural. Then I just applied some mascara also on top to make them blend. I always use the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Mascara because this one holds my curl so much better than the other mascaras that I've tried before. So to be honest with you, I just own the Pillow Talk lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury and then the Pillow Talk lip liner, which are my favorite ones. So when I bought a lot of these holiday collection products, I also wanted to pick up the lip liner called Iconic Nude, but it was sold out, and also the Penelope Pink lipstick, but they were sold out. To use something else, so I'm gonna use the I really love this lip pencil by Urban Decay, which is their 24/7 Glide On lip pencil in Broken. And then I'm going to use a new lip gel color that I got from Nude Sticks, and this is in Haven. I got this in a set. So if you're wondering why the lighting is a little bit different, it's because I had to pull out my studio lighting because here in Sweden it's now it's fall, so the sun goes down really early, so that's why you will see different lighting. I usually like to use natural lighting because then you can see the colors as they are, because with studio lighting everything looks lighter. But I had to pull them out because it's getting super dark outside. I also wanted to highlight a little bit on my inner corner, so I've done that on this eye, and I'm picking up the same color that I used on the inner corners here on my lid in the Dream Glow section. So the only thing that I have left now is to set my whole face, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Pollution Protection, and you always need to shake it first before applying it, and this will make your makeup last for 16 hours, up to 16 hours. So I'm just going to spray this all over my face. I have to say that I'm super happy with this palette, and I'm super happy with all of her palettes. I really think that people should experiment more with like shimmer on the crease and on the outer corners, because it gives you that really nice youthful Victoria's Secret type of glam. But let me zoom you in so you can see the finished look. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!